So jealousy has, in my experience through this process, jealousy I found it has two parts that are really important, and both are incredible teachers. Jealousy one is, now I'm speaking in love and sexual jealousy. When I see something happening on the outside, someone going with a woman I desire or a beloved, or my beloved doing something, and I'm faced with a mirror pointing towards unrecognized desires in myself, unrecognized longings. So I'm stuck with this mirror, and this creates a kind of high energy. Like, I want to be, it's being totally attentive, and something inside wants to wake up. Like, what is my, what do I want that is happening here that I'm not living yet? But the jealousy, I think we often speak about, what creates the horrors in life, is this, what I talked about, this mirror of what we desire, or like the longings inside of us that are not yet recognized or lived, is sitting in front of a huge force called fear of loss. And mainly it was the fear of loss that created a lot of suffering in me. In my life, in the world, I mean, we also see it how, lovers harm each other, they even kill each other in this state of being. And the fear of loss, for me, I mean, the fear of loss is essentially the fear of death. In my experience, it's this fear of just disappearing, of being left behind, of not getting enough. It's the scarcity picture, which we fear so much, but it's the fear of death, essentially. And I mean, death is one of our greatest spiritual teachers. It teaches us actually, it teaches about life. It taught me about life. So when I connected these, I had states of reflecting on this intense pain I felt inside, of how much this is pointing to me, like, what is in the center of your life altar, let's say? If not this woman who I put there and expect to stay there, like, what is actually at the center there? And what came back was the question, like, why are you here? What is your greater purpose in life? Like, I don't believe I came incarnate just to come to this point, to be so needy and stuck on this woman. Like, that was not my life profession, to get needy and jealous and become a boy again. But how do I grow into a mature man? So it was a call for what's my vocation, like one would say career, what's my spiritual task, my spiritual vocation? What's my investment in my surrounding, especially my network of friends and community, because they were essential during this time. So jealousy was my greatest teacher to show me how important a loving network is, a loving network that has wisdom and knowledge of how to deal with these hot issues, and how important it is to anchor my energy, myself, my identity in something larger of a purpose. And it was a very beautiful journey. And in this sense, I can say jealousy has something very positive to show us. But if it's too unconscious, if it's too fiery, I mean, it breaks my heart to see what happens in the world, no? You see how much destruction, how much our society actually protects us from feeling this point exactly. We create a whole social structure, a whole society and civilization around not feeling jealousy, because that leads us also to the fear of loss. It was important for me to realize this. Okay, one motivating factor was to keep going through my jealousy instead of running away and just, it's an unpleasant experience that I don't need to go through it. For me, it was politically an important one, because when I looked through this lens to the world, when I was awake enough in this jealous state to look, and I said, wow, okay, look how much jealousy is actually creating a world system which neglects this point, in which human energy resources internally, natural resources, we're using so much just to build the walls where we don't feel this.